Mayang adlaw sa tanan ug karon mag-solve ta about curl vector field. So ang question is determine the curl of the given vector field, then determine the vector of the given point of function f, x, y, and z is equals to x squared z, negative x, xz, and yz at a point of 8, negative 5, and 1. So, gamit ang formula. But before that, we will now, mauni ang kay curl vector man. So, mauni ato ang curl vector nga gamiton. Then, ang formula sa del is is equals to I partial over partial x plus j hat partial over partial y plus k hat partial over partial z. So, using the formula kay curl vector man, so vector to vector ta. So, vector which is f, x, y, and z is equals to del x, f times x, y, and z. No, that is vector to vector. So, we will now solve. X, y, and z is equals to, we will now using our I hat, j hat, and k hat. So, partial over partial x, partial over partial y, partial over partial z, and our function is x squared z, negative x, xz, and y, z. So, using the matrix, mahimo ni siyang I, j, k, I, and j. So, partial over partial x, partial over partial y, partial over partial z, x squared z, negative x, z, y, z. So, using the matrix, atong balikon ang iyang first two para ato siyang ma-solve na, ato siyang ma-matrix, mano-mano. So, partial over partial x, partial over partial y, x squared z, negative x, x, z. So, ato na siyang ma-solve, ma-matrix. So, first, this will be our I, our j, then our I, our k, and our j. So, using this, ato na siyang isolve, diri So, copy the, siya, x, f, x, y, and z is equals to, first, ang ato ang I hat is partial over partial yz. Partial yz over partial y minus, ato na siya i-minus, is partial negative 6 xz over partial z. So, close and open parenthesis. We will now using negative, kaya ato ni siyang unahon si j, j hat. So, j hat is partial yz over partial x minus si partial x squared z over partial z, kasi na parenthesis, plus ang ato ang k hat nato. K hat nato is si partial 6, negative 6xz over partial x minus partial x squared z over partial y, close and open parentheses. So, we will now getting the partial derivative of this. So, ato ni siyang i-minus, this partial yz over partial y. So, ato ang pangitaon ang derivative ni yz in terms of y. So, that is equals to derivative of yz in terms of y, that is z. Derivative of negative 6, partial derivative of negative 6x z in terms of z, that is negative 6x. So, in terms of j na punta, comma, let's use a comma, di na malimtan. So, in terms of j na pod, partial derivative of yz in terms of x is, that is 0. 0 minus, there is minus pala. Partial derivative of x squared z over, in terms of z, that is x squared. In terms of k hat na punta, partial derivative of negative 6xz in terms of x, that is negative 6z. And partial derivative of x squared z in terms of y, that is 0. That is 0. So, now, ato siyang para mawala ang 0, that is z minus 6x. Then, diri siya, mahimo siyang positive x squared because negative and negative, that is x squared. Then, negative 6z minus 0, that is negative 6z. So, is equals to, so kay human naman ta diri let us now using our point which is 8, negative 5, and 1. So, f which is 8, negative 5, and 1. So, copy lang sa, copyhon sa nato para di ta maglibog. Negative 6z is equals to, ato lang siya i-simplify, which is si 8 is x, si negative 5 is y, si 1 is 1. So, we will now solve 1, 6, 8, 8 squared, negative 6 times 1, that is equals to 1 plus 14, so this is 16, so this is negative 6, is equals to, ato ni i-add 15, and kani 16, and kani is negative 6. So, this is the final answer. Thank you.